Hello and welcome back to Halloween Village Building. I am continuing today with my Day of the Dead scene, and I thought I'd show you how I'm making my arches. I don't know how this happened, but I had already drawn 2 arches on this foam, XPS foam, and I've already cut 2 and I only need 3, so I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to cut one of these out using my saw like I showed you on the last video. That way I wouldn't need as many. You just kind of have to improvise and figure it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. The next step on this is to paint. And I'm not going to bore you with all that simple painting, but that's all you need. And it's done. Paint it and put the flowers on like I did in my last video. I'll put that aside. And then the next thing we're going to do, leave all this stuff. We're going to be painting sugar skulls. So, let me clean up some of this mess. You can see, rake it off into the trash can. I'm actually a fairly messy crafter. I don't like that, but that's just the way it ends up to be every time. Hold on. I bought a big bag of skulls on Amazon. This whole big bag, and I've just been using them. I have some skeletons in here. I wrote some skeletons up to make my bone bridge, and I just use the extra pieces, and I'll just throw all my skulls and bones in this bag. But this is what they look like. They're kind of beige. But what I did, I took 12 and I painted them white because I'm going to make sugar skulls out of them. Okay, I put a few colors out on my plate that I wanted to use, and I've got a really thin brush. Probably not really thin enough, but we'll see. And I'm just going to, this is going to be very hard for me because I shake. And if you shake, you just have to figure it out. Instead of drawing lines, I'll probably just make dots or flowers. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to make tiny little dots. And of course, I don't have my glasses on either, so. First one's probably going to have to be thrown away. It's not going to look good. Does not look very good. But I'll just continue on and see what happens here. It's raining today. I had to go out. I've got 1 chicken left, and I still have to go out there to the barn every day and open her up and feed her. And when I was doing that this morning, it was raining really hard and thundering and lightning. Luckily, I got just inside the barn before a bolt of lightning hit. But then I had to come back in. But it was all okay. It stopped for a little bit. I started back up again, so you might hear some thunder. I had this white on here yesterday and it's totally congealed up. Got hard, so I put some more down. This paint's pretty old. I don't know if this is going to look good at all. I might just totally get rid of this idea. I'm not liking it so far. But, you know, it is what it is. Well, putting color inside the eye sockets really helps. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. I'm not going to fuss over it. Okay, let me paint up a few of these and I'll come back and show you what I did. Okay, I finished painting 6 of the skulls. I'm going to let those dry, and I think that I'm really wanting to wrap this up today, if possible. We'll do that out of the way. These are my cactus. They were dry, but then where they were touching the plate, they were stuck and it pulled the paint off, so I had to kind of touch up some of the paint and finish painting the bottom, but this is one. This is one. Okay, they're mostly dry, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of flowers on a couple of them. I have these pink flowers that I had taken off something, I don't know. I think these are just cheap flowers. And I plan on putting one, since this one's just long, I was wanting to put one at the top of here and maybe one on this one. I'm not going to put one on every single one, but maybe I should. I think that a lot of the time, I'm not even sure what color cactus flowers are. I've got these pink flowers, these pink ones. I could use those, and I have these dark red. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well maybe I will put at least one on each one. And I'm just going to use hot glue. Let's see, I'm going to have, this one has a little stem on it, which that's not going to be good, so I'm going to cut that off. Just going to put a little dab of hot glue. And stick this on where I want it. Okay, that's one. This one's kind of like the other one, so I'm probably going to put this one on here. I don't know that much about cactus. That's kind of big. don't know. This little ear looks like it's kind of got cut. Maybe I will take part of this flower off and just use part of this. Yeah, maybe. That way I can put some glue down in that crack, keep that from falling all the way off. All right. Blue spider webs, my favorite. And let's see, I've got 3 left. I don't think they all have to have them on there. Might put a pink one on this one. And a pink one on this one. And maybe 2 red ones on this one. I know they're not the right kind of flowers, but it doesn't bother me. All right, my cactus are done. Now I have to put some toothpicks. I'm going to cut these in half. I think I heard that one hit way over there somewhere. I'm thinking about putting 2 on each one. Bottoms are still damp. I think I'm just going to put 1 because I have this tacky stuff. It's a Limax product. It's just wax and you put it on the bottoms and it really does help hold up your trees and fences and things that are fairly small. I'm just going to stick that in the end. Make the hole with the pointy end of the toothpick. I know this is probably going to melt the styrofoam, but it's on low setting. And I'm just using the dab. Just stick that down in there until just a little bit sticks out. That way I can stick it into the styrofoam. I'll probably use a tiny little awl to make a 3-hole. Okay, this is my cactus. Okay, now I'm going to be working on my old graves. I've got these little pieces of styrofoam. I actually had red leaves and orange leaves, and then I had the yellow sawdust that I had made. So I'm going to use hot glue, and I'm probably going to burn myself, so I don't have any tweezers. And I don't want to burn myself with hot glue because it hurts. So I think I'll just use a toothpick. That way I don't have to hold it. And I just put some out on a plate. And then I'm just going to cover this in hot glue. It'll come out. It's not going to melt it because it's got paint on it. And then I'm just going to dip it kind of like you're making treats in the kitchen. So that looks really good. When it dries, I'll go back and do this end where the toothpick is. I'm very happy with that. Okay, set that aside, and I'm going to put the yellow back in here. I don't want to mix my colors. You can if you want to. I have before. I'll have to vacuum in here. Then I'm going to do one in orange. Put the blue on. I had gone to the store and I bought these jumbo hot glue sticks because I wasn't sure how many I had, and I had like 3 packages, so now I've got plenty of glue sticks. That looks awesome. All right, moving right along. I think my base is going to be really good. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything else to it, but I might want to just to make it look better. But I could always just leave it and then just fix it next year, but I guess I'll find out, decide at the time how much time I have and where I'm at. Put that on there because I don't want to get burned. And we're moving right along. I have a crystal skull, and I bought it last year. I think it was at home, and I had cut this out because I was gonna set the skull here in the middle because it lights up, and I really want to do that. This opening is bigger. This one probably is wider, and I really do want to put the skull in the middle, but I also want to put the altar right here. So if I put the altar right here, then the skull, there's not going to be enough room for the skull, I don't think. I guess I could put something down here and raise it up, but that's not very much of an opening. So I might put the skull here and I have another skull for over here, and then I maybe do just cover this with something different. It doesn't matter. I mean, I cut this out, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be on the back side. Nobody's going to see it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, there was a tutorial on this. I don't remember what channel it was on YouTube. It was a couple of kids, and they were doing it, and they were just so great the way they were doing it. They had different foam than I did, and the way they did it was a little bit different. But I just took that idea and created this. I had never really used a hot wire tool, and I kind of messed up in the beginning over here, but you probably can't even tell. I mean, I think it's fine. It's supposed to be like old ruins, so nothing's perfect. I'm perfectly happy with it. Okay, I'm gonna get the color on the ends of these. I think that they're dry enough, and I'll come back in a minute. Okay, I got them finished. This video is getting too long, so I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.